going to set aside these arrest warrants, give you personal bond, and these misdemeanor matters to carry some maximum penalty with the 90 days in jail and or a $500 fine. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you, and the right to an attorney. Can afford an attorney, one will be appointed on your behalf. Tickets are P13532. Violent license, no insurance misdemeanor. Ticket P1325856. Proper place misdemeanor. Violent arrest. Ticket P1325909. Violent license suspended. Ticket P1326497. Failed display of valid operator's license. Ticket X4112019. No operator's license on person. Ticket V132692224. Illegal dumping. In each of these misdemeanor matters, sir, you're given a personal bond, no dollar amount, pretrial, March 17th, in front of Judge King. Now for your main matter. This is case number 250-559-6101. Houston, Michigan versus Kevin David Wycheck. Appearances, please.
Jennifer Douglas for the people, P72748.
And yes, Your Honor, Brandon Bird on behalf of Kevin Wycheck. My client waives his right to the formal reading and will stand mute.
The court will enter a not guilty plea on behalf of your client. By recommendation, Ms. Douglas.
Your Honor, Mr. Wycheck, the people are going to ask for $50,000 personal bond if there's help with the curfew. Your Honor, Mr. extensive criminal history. Some of it is in the criminal in the have notice, but most of it is actually missing priors. Just to provide you some of them, Your Honor, he does have 2010 motor vehicle unlawful use. He's got a 2015 RCSP 20,000 or more, 2 counts of that, and that's connected to vehicles and allegations of operation of a chop shop. And then he just got off probation December 11th of 2024. For RCSP motor vehicle, and then in a separate case for OWI third. So, Your Honor, he has a history of being in possession of stolen motor vehicles, Your Honor. So this does not seem to be a mistake. I know the report indicates that he told police he did not know that this van was stolen, but that he was in and out of the driver's seat. We would note that at the time that police responded, it was for a burglary. I did send a copy of Mr. Wycheck's statement to police, to defense, and to police, he was in a house that wasn't his. So, Your Honor, we have Mr. Wycheck in a house that isn't his with a van, which, given the make of the van or the model of the van, would be good at removing items from a house you don't own. So we do have concerns here, and we're asking for tether with a curfew on Mr. Wycheck. But given that this is an assaultive, we'd be fine with the 50,000 personal.
All right, Mr. Bird, please address the issue of tether, please.
Yeah, but I don't believe he needs a tether. I haven't heard anything about habeas history addressed in this matter. So we know he's not a flight risk, and I don't believe him to be a danger to the community. Respectfully, Your Honor, all his prior criminal convictions that were stated on record seem to be non-assaultive, at least against civilians, non-assaultive. I do understand he has a resisting and obstructing charge. I'm not sure what element of that charge really the facts went to, but so mostly I say non-assaultive, Your Honor, not a flight risk.
Your Honor, he does. Sorry, I was going to say he does have assaultive. He does have assaultive history. I was just trying to point out to the court that he has that are similar to this prior. He does have a 2004 conviction for CSE first degree and fourth degree, and then he has a conviction for attempt failure to register as a sex offender. Yes, Your Honor. So he does have assaultive priors.
Go ahead, Mr. Bird. You got a final word, Mr. Bird.
I guess his last assaultive conviction then was in 2004, Your Honor, which is roughly 21 years ago now. But since those 21 years, we haven't been presented with any assaultive criminal history, and we haven't been presented with any flight risk. We do know he knows how to follow court conditions because he has completed his probation. So respectfully, we're going to ask this court for a personal bond in this matter with no tether.
Your Honor, I'd actually point out that as far as the completion of probation, he was sentenced to jail after a violation of probation. So he actually does have trouble following the orders of the court.
Okay. All right. Court, have another argument is the bond $50,000 personal bond. At this time, I don't see a need for a GPS tether. However, I will have a restriction on them, no driving whatsoever, whether they have a valid license or not, no driving. Probable cause February 21st. Probable cause February 21st, preliminary examination February 28th, both in front of Judge Jefferson. Step aside, please.
Yeah, about this way. Score.
Okay, Mr. Hilliard, step up, please. All right, Mr. Hilliard. Good. Okay, sir, what is your name? No, hold on. At DDC, what's your name?
Say name?
Oh, my name. Oh, Corian Joe.
Okay, Mr. Job. I'll be with you one moment. I got a case ahead of you. He's in the courtroom, so I'll be with you in just a matter of a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Hilliard, state your name for the record.
Michael Hilliard.
All right, this is case number 250-4404-601, Pearson, Michigan versus Michael Hilliard. Appearances, please.
Samuel A. Ragland for the people, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jessica Shapke, number 81798, on behalf of Mr. Hilliard, who is formal meeting, understands his constitutional rights, stands and is present in the courtroom.
Court will enter not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Hilliard. Bond recommendation from the people.
We're asking for $25,000 personal bond. This is his first offense. It did happen back on 4/9/23, blue .12.11. And he said, I knew I shouldn't be driving. So, personal bond, Your Honor. Thank you.
No objections to a personal bond, Your Honor. Family ties, community ties, walked in. This is an older matter, no incident since.
Okay. $25,000 personal bond, sir, while the case is pending. No alcohol, no driving unless you have a valid license. Probable cause February 25th.
Your Honor, is that a pre-trial?
Yes, pre-trial.
Okay, you said-
February 25th in front of Judge Bryant.
I'm sorry.
All right. Have seen the first row, Mr. Hilliard. Wait for your paperwork. All right, Mr. Joe.
Say name.
Yes, sir.
State your name again.
Corian Joe.
All right, this is case number 250-559-6001. Pearson, Michigan versus DeCorian Job. Appearances, please.
Samuel A. Ragland for the people, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird on behalf of the Corian Job. My client waives his right to the formal reading and will stand mute.
The court will not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Job. Bond recommendation from the people.
We're going to ask for $25,000 personal bond. Police tried to pull him over. He fled in a car, ran stop signs, disobeyed speeding laws, traffic. That's very dangerous thing. People are getting hit, hurt, and killed every day by people running traffic lights and stop signs. But we're going to ask, he has no priors. We're going to ask for $25,000 personal bond. Thank you.
No objection, Your Honor.
$25,000 on a personal bond, Mr. Job. While his case is pending, regardless of the status of your license, no driving. Probable cause February 20th, preliminary examination February 27th, both in front of Judge Giles. Step aside, please.
Up this way.
Thank you. How you doing, Mr. Bird?
All right, what about yourself, Mr. Radney? You good today?
Doing fine, yeah. Always nice to see you. Thank you.
Okay, vice versa.
All right, sir, what is your name?
James Miller.
That's me.
All right, this is case number 250-559-6301, Pearson, Michigan versus James Miller. Appearances, please.
Samuel A. Ragland for the people, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird on behalf of James Miller. My client waives his right to the formal reading and will stand mute.
All right, the court will enter not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Miller. Gentlemen, given the nature of the offense, ties, community, lack of criminal history, any objection to a personal bond?
No, the people we're going to ask for a $25,000 personal bond. Your Honor, but whatever your pleasure.
No objection to a personal bond, Your Honor.
$5,000 personal bond, Mr. Miller, while his case is pending. You're not to possess any handguns, firearms, other dangerous weapons. Is that clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
Probable cause February 20th in front of Judge Kevin Robbins. Preliminary examination February 27th in front of Judge Giles. Step aside, please. Have a good day.
I'm just ready, brother. Come on, David.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Been a long time, man.
Say your full name.
Derek Parker.
Yeah, Mr. Parker, this is case number 240-552-5301. Houston, Michigan versus Derek Parker. Appearances, please.
Samuel E. Ragnan for the people, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird on behalf of Derek Parker. My client waives his right to the formal reading and will stand mute.
All right, the court entered not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Parker. What's the bond recommendation from the people from this 2022 case?
$10,000 personal bond, Your Honor.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Parker, $10,000 personal bond. This case is pending. You cannot go to the Grand River address where this incident allegedly occurred. Is that clear?
Yes. Yes.
All right. And Mr. Parker, I forgot to arraign you on your traffic tickets. You have some traffic matters in which you failed to appear in court for. As a result of your failure to appear, warrants-free arrests were issued. The court's going to set aside these arrest warrants for your personal bond and issue these misdemeanor matters that carries a maximum penalty of up to 90 days in jail and or a $500 fine. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. And right to an attorney. You can't afford an attorney. One will be appointed on your behalf. Tickets are U5680520 and U601-07421. Narcotic drug-related offenses for both of these tickets, sir. Pretrial will be March 13th of this year in front of Judge Ramsey Heath. And with respect to the case number 252, strike that 240-552-5301, the breaking and entering case. Probable cause will be February 20th, preliminary examination February 27th, both in front of Judge Giles. Have a good day, sir. Step aside.
Wait, side there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Magistrate Burton, that's all the men. I'll meet you on the female side, Your Honor.
Okay, you're gonna log in quickly, right?
Hey, firm.
Okay.
What about Rashard White, Your Honor?
Did him. We did him.
We took care of him without you, Mr. Berg. We took care of him.
Yeah.
That was the first one. That was the first one we did.
I signed in at 229. Y'all getting started early now?
Listen, Mr. Bird, if you're on time, you're late. Okay?
That's why I was early. That's why I was early a minute. That's why I was early by a minute. So I was right
All right,
on
we're
time.
put on log in. All right. We're back on the record. Okay, what is your name, ma'am?
Shania Montgomery.
All right, this is case number 250-559-6201. Houston, Michigan versus Shania Montgomery. Appearances, please.
Jennifer Douglas for the people, P72748.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird on behalf of Shania Montgomery. My client waives her right to the formal reading and stand mute.
The court rendered not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Montgomery. Ms. Douglas, what's the bond recommendation from the people?
Your Honor, I won't object to a 10,000 personal because that's what she was given yesterday on her capious case. She has an A and B that actually dates back to 2023, Your Honor, where she failed to appear for about 2 years, and then she was arraigned on the bench warrant. Looks like December 18th of 24, but then promptly failed to appear January 8th of 25, and then was arraigned yesterday. But for this new case, she would not have appeared in court, it would seem. But given what these allegations are, Your Honor, I'm going to just ask for what was given as her bond yesterday, and that's 10,000 personal.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, the court will adopt the recommendation of the people. $10,000 personal bond. Probable cause, February 26th, preliminary examination, March 5th, both in front of Judge Taylor. Ms. Montgomery, do you have any questions regarding the bond conditions and no court date?
No.
Okay, have a good day, step aside. All right, that concludes the docket for the day. Everybody have a good evening.
All right, you too.